I'm Jason Brown, and welcome to Skippable News. And you might be wondering this week, why I am wearing my Red Sox jersey. Well, on behalf of Red Sox Nation, we would like to thank the Dodgers and all the Dodger fans for bringing balance once again to baseball by winning the 2024 World Series.
My name is Stacy Pels, and I'm here for Laughing Parrot Productions and Sierra Wave Media. Behind me, you can see Minaret Summit, and also below to that is the San Joaquin River headwaters. For years, the road going down to Devil's Postpile and Reds Meadows has been in disrepair. I've been coming to this area since the 60s when it was a dirt road, and for years, the Inyo National Forest has been planning to rehab the road, and that's what they are doing right now. And soon, we are going to take you down there with Lisa Cox, who's the PIO for the Inyo National Forest, and she's going to tell us here at Laughing Parrot Productions and Sierra Wave Media exactly what the Inyo National Forest is doing to repair this road. Stacy Powell's here, and I am with PIO, Public Information Officer Lisa Cox for the Inyo National Forest, and we are down here on the Reds Meadows Road. Is it called the Reds Meadows Road?
Yes, Reds Meadows Road.
So this rehab project has been in the works for over 9 years, and this is Lisa's second time down here. And what is going on here? What have you seen so far?
Yeah, so it's my second time down here since the construction project started, and I'm seeing a huge change. It's really exciting to see the road start to widen a little bit so we can start getting enough space for 2 vehicles to move past each other eventually, and have enough space for the ESTA shuttle buses to get by each other. Also, we've been seeing the soil nail walls installed, which is quite a feat, watching the heavy equipment nail these extremely deep holes into the side of the wall here, which is a technique that the Federal Highways Administration uses on highways. So it's good to know that it's going to be safe and stable.
So those soil nail walls, so many of us have seen on the side of freeways those things sticking out of concrete. And what are they supposed to do? They're supposed to stabilize the mountain, correct?
Yes. So the first step is they nail a very long nail, about 18 feet long. Thank you.
18 feet.
So first they have to drill the hole. So they use a huge machine to go perpendicular to the road and drill a hole. Then they put the nail in by hand and hand nail that in, secure it, and then fill it with concrete, and then go over it with shotcrete, which is a particular type of concrete used to stabilize the hillside. They go over it again, and then the last step is to add a faux rock face to it, which gives it the naturalized look, and they're going to be color matching it with the native soil type, so it won't stand out or look too fake.
And what's interesting is there's so many different types of soil along this road.
Yeah.
Up where we were watching them put the nails in, there's pumice,
Yes.
which is much more difficult to work with than this type of soil. And I am so impressed that this is the first time you've seen them doing this, and you know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I got a little help by them telling me what was going on. But you know, we have weekly meetings with FHWA and all of the construction project partners. And so I'm trying to make every single meeting and keep up on exactly what is being completed each week. So the soil nail walls, I've never seen it in action, but it's really cool to see it happening. And I understand it takes them 30 to 45 minutes just to complete one installation of one nail.
Right.
And I don't know how many nails are in this project, but
There's a lot. And so I was asking one of the drill guys, how many drill bits do they go through a week? Because after watching Armageddon and knowing that they have to drill through Armageddon, when they went into the meteorite and had to drill in there, I knew there were drill bits. And so they go through 2 drill bits a week that break, and each drill bit is $7,000.
Wow.
For one drill bit. So this is not a cheap project to do, but it is an essential project because the road was becoming so unstable.
One of the main issues that Reds Meadows Road had, and the reason why it was kind of falling apart in some places, was the dealing with water. So water was, falling on the road and draining underneath the road and kind of breaking down the integrity of the road over time. So now the new construction project is going to include a few ways to tackle dealing with water. The first way is to install culverts everywhere. So there's going to be several different types of culverts, many different sizes, and these culverts are actually connected to water catchment systems behind the retaining walls that have been installed that funnel into drains and then culverts. And another way is through hardened drains between 1 to 3 feet wide with concrete that actually pull in water that runs straight off the road, such as rain and snow melt, and that will go through another hardened drain and out the other side. There's also going to be some additional features installed that actually absorb groundwater and then help it to further flow it off the road to help prevent the road from sinking, sagging, or anything else that has caused issues with it in the past.
So eventually, when we are done with the pile burning, which we typically do during the winter time when the snow surrounds the piles and doesn't have a chance of escaping, we will go in future years and hopefully do broadcast burning. And that's a specific type of prescribed burn that actually returns fire back to the landscape and restores forest health and kind of rejuvenates the soils, makes a more diverse form of meadow species and other plant species and trees grow in this area. So the burning will be done by Inyo National Forest wildland firefighters, but making this project possible with our partners at the White Bark Institute has made this project go by faster than we could have done on our own. Yeah, it is a $30 to $36 million project, and thanks to FHWA for helping supplement some of that funding so this project could get done, because we couldn't have done it without their support for this project and championing it through.
And FHWA, for those who do not know what that is?
Federal Highways Administration.
Federal Highways Administration. There's a lot of other corporations and towns. The town of Mammoth Lakes is also involved with this project as well.
So the main partners of the project are the FHWA, the U.S. Forest Service, Inyo National Forest, and the town of Mammoth Lakes.
Okay.
So we are all in an agreement together to keep this road maintained. So actually the town of Mammoth Lakes is going to get the right-of-way to maintain this road once it's finished with construction, which we expect we hope will be done at the end of 2025.
Great, the end of 2025.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my privilege to bring to you Freddy Cannon. Freddy, say hello.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing great, and I just cannot believe I was walking around at a grocery outlet across the street doing shopping, and my phone rang, and it was you.
I surprised you, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, it rang through over on a number where I do computer repair, and I remember asking you what your problem was and how I could help you.
Well, I'm in California like you are, so we're both in California.
Yeah, so do we both have problems?
Yeah.
So you're very well known, and I was hoping to have another guest in with me today who grew up, and they say they play, it's on a daily rotation, Palisades Park. Now, I don't know if you actually penned that in 1962, but that's when that came out. What was going on in 1962 in your life?
Well, in 1962, Palisades Park was written by Chuck Barris, of the Gong Show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's the guy that wrote it. So what happened was, I didn't know him then, but he knew the owner of Swan Records, with the label I was on.
Right.
And so he called Bernie Bennett at Swan Records and said, "Bernie, I got a song. I just wrote this song." He was working for ABC. He said, "I just wrote this song, and I need to get it to Dion." He wanted to get it to Dion. And Bernie said, "I don't have his phone number." He said, "But what kind of song is it?" He said, "It's an up-tempo song called Amusement Park." He said, "Well, why don't you send it over? I got a guy that we're looking for material, Freddy Boom Boom Cannon." And he said, "Okay, I'll send it over to you." And after that, Bob Crew and Frank Slade started to go on the piano and play the melody in the song. and they said, well, we should go in and try cut this with Freddie. And the rest is history.
What? How high did it climb on the charts?
How long what? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I know, because you're over there on the speakerphone. I'm over here. How high did it climb on the charts in 1962?
Well, it went to number 3 on the charts. It probably was a number 1 record, but right now it has the number. Well, we've sold millions of ripped copies of that song. It seemed to be the signature for Freddy BOOM BOOM Cannon.
Yeah, well,
So everybody wants to hear it, you know.
I just ordered in a near mint condition 45 of the song.
All right.
So the record sales are still going, but I guess somebody else gets the money for it at this point. What was going on in your life in 1962? What was the world like?
Well, it was in '62. Probably it's pretty hard for me to explain. I was coming off of one of the other songs that I recorded. I had Tallahassee last year, way down to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And Chattanooga, Shoeshine Boy, Transistor System. So I had a bunch of records in front of Palisades Park before it came out. So what was happening was, I think what the record company was trying to do, saying, we need to get a big record, a big song for Freddie. He's gonna fall off the charts. Maybe he won't last as long as we think he is, And all of a sudden, Palisades Park came along, and wow, it started to went crazy. It's like for the next 4 or 5 years, I was working like crazy because of this song.
Well, there's a show that airs on Saturdays here called Latest from the Greatest, and they play older songs. And when I went into Artists today to pull up the songs for us to play, they actually the person that does that and puts it together actually did an entire segment on you.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Hey Svengoolie. How did that get started? This is the new song that we're playing today.
Well, yeah, Hey Svengoolie is, I'm excited for that day because I wrote that in July, and I recorded it in August, and now here it is. I never dreamed, I'm older now, and not like back in the '62, but I never dreamed that I'd have another song that would be across the whole country going crazy with this song for Halloween. I know Halloween's coming up in a couple of days or whatever it is, but
tomorrow.
I'm just thrilled that the song is going crazy, and it's about a guy who has a television show out of Chicago. His name is Svengoolie, and he plays the old monster movies on Saturday night. And I like those movies. I like the Universal horror movies. I watched, the Wolfman and all that stuff. So I thought I could write a song about this guy. He didn't have one. And when I send this song over to them, they went absolutely crazy. They just said, this is great. So now they're making a video.
Oh, wow.
The video will be out on November 9th after Halloween. But it doesn't matter. It's just that the song exploded everywhere. And I'm very thankful to you guys for playing Hey Svengoolie, because you've helped me, and I thank you very, very much.
I introduced it on Monday. We're gonna play it again, and we'll play the heck out of it tomorrow for Halloween. But I've got a huge Freddy Boom Boom Cannon fan in the house. That would be Jimmy T. He's gonna ask you a question, so you kind of got to ask it across. But I'm gonna give it here. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Mr. Cannon, is the video the one of you and Svengoolie singing at the?
Is it what?
He wants to know if the other person in the video singing in the video is you. Is that right, Jimmy?
Oh, well, the video ain't out yet. So
Yeah, that's a different one that you're watching.
when it comes out, you mean?
Like I saw an older video of you singing with Svengoolie, and I was wondering if.
He saw an older video of you.
No, that's an older video. That's for Gooly Stop. That's the first one I did.
Yeah.
I wrote. Yeah.
This is a new one.
Yeah, that's me. That's me and Fred Gooly. Yeah.
When's the new video going to be coming out?
November 9th.
When did I do that?
No, when's the new video coming out? Did you say November 9th?
Oh, November 9th, the new video. So that's going to be probably better than the other one. I mean, it's going to be great. They got some great actors and some singers and other people who wanted to be on the video. So you'll see me. I play guitar on the song, so you'll see me playing the intro of the video probably. So
I danced.
yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited about this. I really am, because you have no idea that this is like all of a sudden Freddy Boom Boom Cannon is back again.
Yeah.
And I all these years went by, and here we go again.
There's a lot of nostalgia, and you are definitely a part of it. And MC Hubbard, who is here at the station and works here, used to dance to your music
Yeah.
In high school.
in high school. She just dated herself, but she danced to Palisades Park and your music in high school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's New Jersey, though, right?
No, she was here. She was in California. She's a California girl.
Martindale show.
Well, Palisades Park is really is in New Jersey.
Well, no, I know, but she danced to it in high school when it would play.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know those high school dances?
Yeah.
Hey, anything in parting words that you'd like to share with our listeners?
What's that again?
Any parting words you'd like to share with our listeners before we play the song?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't understand you with that.
I'm sorry. Let me say it again. Any parting words that you'd like to share with our listeners before we hang out?
Oh, yeah, I would. I just like to say to you guys at the station, thank you so much for playing Hey Fangolian and helping Freddy Boom Boom Cannon, and to all the listeners, a happy Halloween and a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because we're going to be, just before all these celebrations start. And I want to thank them for loving Freddy. Thank them for liking Freddy Cannon music all these years. I'm sure I got some people who bought my records, and I'm very grateful and really thankful. So I just want them to know how I feel. You could tell by my voice. I get so excited and so happy. I thought that I get tears in my eyes. So it's because I kind of know how to express myself to be, all these years went by, like I said, and here now that the fans and the new people and the new younger people who started to listen to me, it's incredible. It really is. So once again, to all your listeners, I thank you so much, and all you guys at the station, thank you so much.
Freddy, we're going to add a bunch more of your songs to our rotation on a regular basis. We are just grateful that you chose to call in. Please don't hang up, because we're going to pick up the line and talk to you about something else as soon as we go to the song right now. Guys, here is Hey Svengoolie.
Oh. This is Jimmy T with Eye on Inyo Education with the amazing Assistant Superintendent Gretchen Skrotzki. Congratulations on your promotion/transfer.
Thank you. Yes, it's been quite the experience going from being a school site principal to now being in the office and dealing with finance and all of those things. So it's exciting for sure.
A different challenge. It's
a different challenge. It's a mental challenge for sure. Got to keep track of all that. Yeah, everything going on. So
before you had parents and teachers, now you have parents, teachers, staff, everybody.
You have everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's going on?
Yeah, so we do, like Ms. Colker said, we do have 2 general obligation bonds on the ballot for November 5th. Basically, we're going for these bonds so that we have money to go ahead and repair our facilities. They're old. We need new HVAC systems. We need flooring. We need all kinds of things. Right now, currently, we have a hole in one of the classrooms that, water's coming through, just those types of things. If the bonds don't pass, what ends up happening is we pay out of our general fund for facilities, right? And so that really impacts our general fund and our ability to give students exactly what they need, and hinders some programs from us continuing with them because we have these funds that we're taking out of our general fund to go ahead and just maintain facilities.
Could you give us a couple of examples of what's in the general fund?
Yeah, so in the general fund, you have basically your LCFF. It's called local control formula, and basically that's revenue that we get from the federal government. We have state revenue, just different kind of accounts and things like that.
What is it spent on?
It's spent on students and facilities and
So like buses?
yeah.
Well-
I mean, everything.
Okay.
Pretty much everything.
So basically you have the teachers paid, then you have the general fund that covers everything
Yeah.
besides that.
Well, so 86% of the general fund is just for salaries and benefits for
Okay.
employees. So if you think of it that way, you have 14% left. And so it's really important that, people think about whether or not they want to vote on the GO bonds in November.
'Cause-
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what's in the bonds.
So what's in the bonds? Basically, for Measure R, we have, just the main building at the high school is what's most costly. We want to keep that up and running so that our students can go to this high school. That's a historic building here in town. We also have Home Street. Home Street's in need of different, facilities, upgrades, and things like that. Then we have Measure S, which is for Bishop Elementary School. And I, being the principal there for 6 years, really know that, bathrooms need to be redone. They look like they are from the 1960s. We have right now, one of the buildings needs a new roof. We need HVAC on that roof, those types of things. So there's a lot that these GO bonds would go towards.
And part of the thing about cost maintenance is that you buy something and you maintain it for so long.
Yeah, right.
The longer you maintain it, the more expensive it gets. And I know that Bishop Union High School kind of needs refurbishment from top to bottom.
And we have, some of the electrical and everything in just throughout the school sites, and the HVAC systems, our maintenance guys have to go on eBay to try and find the part. It's like that kind of thing. And so that's why we're needing some upgrades.
Now you're posting a job for a new scrounger, but no, seriously, this is actually, it's serious. It's the infrastructure. The infrastructure's in dire need of repair.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the auditorium, which, that's kind of like walking back in time in both a good and a bad way.
Right.
So, Dr. Assistant Superintendent Skrotzki, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And this is Jimmy T with Eye on Inyo with Assistant Superintendent Gretchen Skrotzki, and talking about proper resolutions measure R and S.
Measure R and S.
Which are bonds to repair Bishop Union High School. Bishop Middle School is R, and the elementary school is S. Hello, this is Jimmy T with Eye on Inyo Furry Humans. Today we're honored to have PIO Lindsay Stein again. And look, we have Bosco.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about Bosco.
So Bosco is a little under 2 years old. He's been at the shelter since about July, so he's definitely one of our longer residents. Bosco is just the best behaved dog. He is a very calm, good demeanor boy. He is one of the favorites for sure. He gets along well with other dogs and people, and anytime he's out and about, he is just the best behaved.
Now, has children played with him?
So over the weekend with the adoption event, there were several children there. He did very well. He was very excited, but he remained, very calm and cautious around the little ones. So yeah, he's definitely well behaved around children.
I think he's taken the record for the calmest dog. So tell me, what else is going on at this animal shelter?
So we had our adoption event on the 26th, so last Saturday, and we had a pretty good turnout actually. So in total, 7 animals ended up in homes. So 4 dogs were officially adopted out. We had 2 that were happily fostered and 1 kitten.
Awesome, that's great. Now, if someone wants to talk about Bosco, the amazing 2-year-old with this mellowest dog, how do they do that?
So you could go down to the shelter in Big Pine, or you could give them a call at 760-938-2715. And they are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., sorry. And then Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And if somebody wanted to adopt Bosco, and they could call.
Yeah, they could call. The shelter is definitely, they're readily available. So you just give them a call and you can come down and meet Bosco and take him on a little walk. And we're all about making sure that the animals are a good fit for the owner. So that's definitely a possibility.
What is your population count now?
So currently we have about 19 dogs, and then we have in total between foster and at the shelter, 32 cats.
Oh my. That's a lot of kitties.
Yeah, and so we're definitely just reminding everyone, spay and neuter your animals, and then come on down to the shelter and take a look at the population of cats and the beautiful dogs that are down there. We still have a lot of good dogs and cats.
Yes, today, this is being recorded on a National Cat Day, but Bosco needs to go home before the kitties go home. So if you'd like Bosco, 760-8938-2715. 2715. And Lindsay, I appreciate it very much. Bosco, he's dominated the conversation. Look at this thing. Cool. So this is Jimmy T with Eye on Inyo Furry Humans with PIO Lindsay Stein and Bosco. He's about 2 years old. What a great dog. Thank you very much. Far.
Let me get a sip of tea. That's hilarious. I really said non-storytelling?
Yeah. Okay.
So sorry for doing to each other.
I ran you over. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm giving you a chance, sweetie.
Let's go! We've come a long way, you and me. But now my home is hunting us.
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
This world can't survive if you stay together.
I thought we were going to be the lethal protector.
That's what this is.
Let's finish this.
Venom: The Last Dance. Rated PG-13. In theaters Thursday.